Hello, everyone. This is Feminista Jones with a special message from the Black Girl Missing team. This week, we do not have an episode, but we wanted to share a message related to the decision about Roe versus Wade. It's been one of those things where our heads are spinning and rage is just coursing through our veins. But it's really important that we speak up and we show support for all of the people that will be negatively impacted by this. Our show focuses on Black girls that go missing, and often we talk about issues of abuse and sexual violence and things that young girls experience within their homes, within their communities, at school, when they are captured or kidnapped. We talk about all of the things that happen to Black girls and how they are neglected and not thought about. And we wanted to make sure that this time they're not left out of this conversation. One thing we know is that African Americans will be disproportionately affected by this overturning of Roe versus Wade. We know that the majority of Black people live in states that had abortion trigger laws, anti-abortion trigger laws. They live in states where the governments claim to be about small government, but also want to control people's bodies. So we know that this is going to disproportionately affect our people. We also know that those that identify as girls and women will be even further marginalized and affected by this. We also know that people that are low income, which African Americans are disproportionately low income, with about 30% of us living at poverty or below. All of these things come together to create a situation that is going to be disastrous for our people. We have people who are arguing that in the cases of sexual violence, rape, molestation, things like that it doesn't matter, right? That the person that this happened to matters way less than the embryo or the zygote, whichever, however you want to think about it. And that is fundamentally wrong. So we're going to see more girls being forced to carry to term these fetuses of the people that raped them and assaulted them. We're going to see more violence against Black women and girls when it's discovered that they are pregnant and they are unable to have abortion care services. They're going to be experiencing a lot of violence and even death. We know that the closest a woman or girl comes to death is when she is pregnant. There are going to be more instances of fatal violence against pregnant Black girls and women and people when their partners decide that they don't want them having those children. We're going to see more of that. We're going to see the suicide rates increase. And if you've listened to our show, you know that a lot of our girls came from situations that were already struggling, right? They were not always in the best situations. And add on top of that an unwanted pregnancy, we're going to see the suicide rates go up. We're going to see more abandoned Black children. Okay, I know that we have safe haven laws, but we're going to see those resources be taxed and overextended. So we're going to have more children being abandoned. We're going to see situations that are going to become ripe for trafficking and exploitation. We're going to see young girls being forced to have children for various reasons. We already know in this country that human trafficking is a huge issue. We know that people buy children on the black market. We know this. I'm not making this up. This happens. People pay top dollar for babies and things like that already. This is already happening. Now with this law changing, there are just so many things that can happen to young Black girls in this country. even as I record this, I've had to pause several times because I am so overwhelmed by what is happening in this nation. And that's saying a lot because I am, completely jaded and cynical, and everyone knows that about me. So the fact that I can still sit in this space of deep emotion and being shocked and appalled by what is going on, that says a lot. I appreciate my co-host giving me the opportunity to speak to this issue because it is everything that you're thinking about, everything that you're afraid of, everything you're wondering about, all the questions you have. We have the same questions, we have the same fears, we have the same concerns. And as people who are committed to helping Black girls in this nation, as people who are doing this show as a labor of love, and we remain committed to telling the stories, I just feel like we're going to have so many more, and the stories are going to be more tragic. And we're going to see devastating news almost every day. And we're going to see violence against Black women and girls in ways that we have never seen before. All because they won't be allowed to get abortions. I want you all to think about what it means and what your role is in supporting those who need these services. We at Black Girl Missing are pro-choice. We are pro-abortion. We understand that abortion is a medical procedure, just like having stitches or having lung surgery. We understand that everyone has the right to make private decisions about their reproductive health. We understand that everyone has the right to have access to accessible and affordable health care. We know that everyone has the right to do what is best for their own bodies. And we cannot imagine a world where that choice is stripped away. You can support abortion funds, medical funds that provide money to providers as well as to patients. You can look into supporting the crowdfunding efforts that are going on. You can look at supporting the clinic escorts. You can look at supporting the providers directly. You can volunteer as a clinic escort and get trained to do that. You can join the protests if you want. You can engage your local representatives. You can think about your next vote and what it's going to look like, making sure that you're voting for people that are protecting reproductive choice. There's so many things that you can do right now. We encourage all of you to get involved in your local communities on a broader level. Use your social media to increase awareness about these things that are going on. Tell your favorite podcasters, to think about this and what they're doing to support. This is big. It's going to take all of us, and we're all going to come together. And I think that we will win. I believe that we will win. Unfortunately, I see that there's going to be some bloodshed. There are going to be lives lost in the process, but I believe ultimately that we will win because we are on the right side of things. So we will be back next week with an all new episode, and we really appreciate you all supporting and sticking it out with us. Let's join this fight together. We will win.